Welcome back. So we're going to start with the nation. State slowdown on loans following rise in revenue. Zenith Bank is Nigeria's best at Euro Money Awards for Excellence 2025. Awujale predicted my second-term victory, says Tinubu. Wow. Muslim Christian prayers and ex-President Buhari's mourning week. First Bank Holdco PLC slams this day on Arise TV for misrepresentation. There is Enugu Electricity Agency crashes band A tariff to 116 naira. I think those are the stories we have. Who's taking which stories?
We took stories from the inside.
I have one on the
major headline.
So we have majority of states have drastically reduced their debt exposure in the last 2 years. This is according to the data from Debt Management Office that oversees the government's debt management. It says more than 3/4 of the states reduced their loans over the past 15 months, and they said this is linked to the rise in their allocation from the consolidated revenue account following petrol subsidy removal by the president. Accruals to the purse have also significantly increased. Federal, states, and local governments, which that shared less than 1 trillion monthly, have now been sharing an average of 1.6 trillion naira. In June, they said the higher distributable amount of 1.8 trillion was shared. The federal government got over 645 billion naira. States got about 607 billion naira. And we have local governments shared over 444 billion naira. And the report just goes to show each state, you know, what they had received, how they had cut their debt over the past 15 months. And we have some stakeholders. We have a chief economist, Dr. Samson Simon, who, you know, was just talking about the report and what it means. He says that those states that are still piling out debts in spite of increased FAC allocation are those doing the right things or the wrong things. Those doing the right things are those who accumulated debts for infrastructure and other capital spending. Those doing the wrong things are those physically irresponsible and not managing their resources well. If the debts accumulated are for noble causes like human capital development in areas of education and healthcare or delivery capital, that is good for the economy and the people. But if the debt or overhang is because of waste, inefficiency, and indiscipline, then it is bad for the people and for the economy, and so on and so forth. I guess it's important to have these figures, and as the economists, you know, mentioned, it helps us dissect how monies are being spent and how it impacts eventually on the people and the economy.
Okay, let me take our president. You have a story?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. The story, the president, the Muslims and Christians have finally ended the prayers for Buhari's mourning week. If you recall, activities started when the president had sent the vice president and the chief of staff to go and pick up the remains of our former president Buhari. And then there was a mourning, 2 days of mourning. Tuesday, he was interned in Daura. Wednesday and Thursday were prayers. And even on Thursday, last Thursday, there was a special FEC meeting where members of his family and other people came to express their thoughts, their final thoughts on the president. And there was also a Muslim and Christian prayer yesterday. So I think yesterday practically ended the 8-day fidal of the funeral, because that's also at the Ansaruddin Mosque in Maitama, the Muslim cleric prayers also happened, and it was just to conclude all the prayers for the president who had died. And it's just like, so it's quite interesting because cultures are different. I mean, if he was in my own culture, hey, this is shut down. This is the
whole country.
Antisikera already gone to the market. Everybody's so finished selling Ashwebi right now. And there's party, 10 cows have died already.
No, but
they are collecting means. They are collecting means at this moment. It is 8 days, right? Tomorrow is we died on Sunday. 8 days. That's today.
Things would have happened
by now. My cloth is ready. But, you know, I mean, I appreciate the beauty of our differences and diversity. So it's such an amazing culture.
So but the Jebus did their own.
It's not done it. Have they done it?
Yes, yesterday.
They had a party.
They shut down the stadium. It was from sunrise. everybody colorful, all the markets shut down to honor the 8th day of the burial of Awujale. And the president was there with the his wife, as well as the NGF Kwara State Governor, many other dignitaries. And he spoke of the fact that before he won the election in 2023, that he had a meeting with the Awujale, and the Awujale said he should go ahead, he would win. And that he even predicted his second term, that in 2027 he would win as well. So it was like, this is someone that was well respected, well loved, supported during the crisis in the 90s when they were fighting for democracy. He was always a good advisor that he could run to meet, and that even though he's passed on right now, the Ijebu people should come together and continue on his legacy in unity. So they had a party. It was colorful, it was packed.
Let's take one more step forward. Go ahead.
Yeah, so a new tariff reviewing electricity cost for Band A from 209 naira per kilowatt to 160 naira has been issued by the Enugu State Electricity Regulatory Commission, that's the EERC, for implementation in the state, which is going to be effective August 1. So they said the template was issued to Main Power Electricity Distribution Limited. The utility succeeded the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, that was the EEDC, for electricity distribution in the state. And they said it was issued at the weekend by the commission. They said the commission, the tariff review was cost reflective, insisted that tariff must reflect power generation subsidy by the federal government for benefit of end users. So because of time, let me just quickly summarize. The federal government has been giving them a form of generation subsidy, which the state government has decided, because under the new law now, states have the jurisdiction to generate their own power. So they are saying that the state has decided that they will benefit, the consumers will benefit from the generation subsidy that the federal government has been giving to them. They don't know how long this is going to last, but they are starting to see it now. So they had to do a calculation, and that was what reduced Band A to 160 instead of 209 that they have been paying before. So let's see how long this takes. But for now, the people of Enugu State should enjoy. Yeah.
Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll look at the continued papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.